Was Emperor Marcus Aurelius a Catholic convert? Well, today is the feast day of Saints Epipodius and Alexander. These were two Christian martyrs who were killed during the reign of Emperor Marcus Aurelius. Now, some have pointed out that the martyrdoms of Christians during the time was actually the job of local Roman governors, and that the emperor really didn't have a whole lot to do with it. In fact, the Christian historian Eusebius actually said in his work that that was the case. Local Roman governors were really the ones responsible for this. Now, historians debate this, but one of the most interesting things comes from an early church father, Justin Martyr. In his work, The First Apology, which is a work defending the Christian faith, showing it as the fulfillment of the Old Testament and the early Western philosophers, he attaches at the end a letter from Marcus Aurelius. In that letter, the emperor states that he found himself surrounded by about 1 million barbarian soldiers, while he only had a smaller battalion of a few legions. He first went to his gods, and things seemed to get worse for him. He then summoned to himself a whole bunch of Christians that were in his army. And finding that there were actually quite a few of them, he asked them how they would win the battle. The Christians put away their armor and their swords, and they started to pray. They first prayed that they may receive water, as the whole camp had not received any water as they were surrounded by the enemy. As they prayed, the camp received a whole bunch of rain at that time, and at the same time, a bunch of brutal hail descended upon the enemy that surrounded them and allowed them to win the battle. The emperor then ended his letter by putting a stop to the Christian persecutions, and it is implied throughout the letter that before he thought the Christians were some kind of impious atheists. Now, if this document is authentic, and some doubt it, but I think it certainly could be, then I think it shows that the emperor did have some involvement, some knowledge of the Christian persecutions during his reign, because he simply hated the faith before this event that is detailed in that letter. But if this letter is true, I think it also shows that he received a profound grace, and I think it's very possible that he might have embraced the true faith at the end of his life.